Good afternoon from London. So focus today remains on Europe. This is mainly after comments over the weekend from Moody's that they're likely to be downgrading some French banks, including BNP Paribas and Société Générale. So we have seen some selling pressure in their shares, down over 10% slightly earlier on in the session. But we did see the SocGen CEO come out slightly later saying that he thinks the Moody's downgrade is already priced into the market, so the impact might not be as great as initially thought. Also out of Europe, we've had the ECB announce their bond buying from last week, slight increase in the week previous, and market participants have been saying that they have been buying Italian and Spanish bonds. Their spreads over the German 10-year government bond have been a lot less than the highs we saw during the height of the contagion fears. Also in Europe, we saw news that there was an explosion at a nuclear site and there were contamination fears. We saw EDF shares coming under some selling pressure. Then a bit later on, the French police said that there was no contamination likelihood, and although there were people hurt in the blast, it was actually a fairly minor explosion. Now, looking at the US market, we saw a think tank report saying that FOMC has options for further easing in the US economy, and we did see quite a big uptick in the US stock futures. We saw the S&P and the Nasdaq futures make new session highs, and we saw a downtick in the US T-note futures, so a bit of risk appetite back in the market there. We also saw comments from Obama that he urged Congress to pass his job bill, and he would be sending that job bill to Congress later on today. But looking at the rest of the calendar, not much on there in terms of data releases, but we are looking for a press conference from the Shadow Financial Regulation Committee on Basel III a bit later on. But for now, that's it from me. Enjoy the rest of the session.